Welcome to the InfoGain Hub channel. Before we explore the BRICS payment system, I invite you to watch this video in its entirety. If you find it informative and enjoyable, please like it, consider subscribing to the channel, and share it with your friends and family.
The BricksPay system itself is blockchain-based, meaning it operates on a distributed ledger. It is not a central bank digital currency or a cryptocurrency. It is designed as a digital service that does not have a single acceptable currency. It is designed so that any of the BRICS member currencies can be used.
The main goal is to enable trade and financial transactions between the BRICS countries by bypassing the United States dollar and euro and reducing dependency on Western financial systems such as SWIFT. BricsPay therefore endeavors to effectively replace SWIFT functionality while also giving member countries control over their finances, where no third-party actor would be able to pull global financial transactions networks away from them, nor seize their financial assets. BricsPay serves several main purposes, primarily international trade, cross-border payments between companies, investments, and microfinance. This is a major step towards making trade between the member countries easy and seamless and able to transact in real time, as it is a blockchain-based system. The new system shows that the BRICS nations are serious about their goal to move away from the United States dollar as much as they possibly can and evade political and economic pressuring.
BricsPay has been adopted by several institutions and businesses in the BRICS countries, and the list is steadily growing. However, BricsPay is not just restricted to BRICS. The United Kingdom's Standard Chartered Bank has integrated BricsPay into its digital payment platform to enable its customers to make payments to other BRICS countries. As of October 2023, BRICS has expanded its membership to include several new countries, with discussions ongoing about further additions. The initial members, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are now joined by 5 new members: Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. This brings the total number of BRICS member countries to 10. While the concept of a BRICS payment system is being explored, specifics about how many countries have fully adopted or are actively using such a system are still in development. The BRICS nations are working towards establishing alternative payment systems and currencies, but concrete details regarding the number of countries that have fully accepted or implemented the BRICS payment system may not yet be available. The developments in this area are ongoing, and more countries may express interest in joining in the future. Overall, while the implementation of a BRICS payment system could have significant implications for the USD, the actual impact would depend on the system's adoption, the response of other nations, and broader economic conditions. While these numbers are hypothetical and depend on various external factors, they illustrate the potential scale of impacts that the implementation of a BRICS payment system could have on the USD. The overall effects would likely unfold over several years, influenced by global economic dynamics, geopolitical relations, and the responses of other nations and markets.
The implementation of a BRICS currency or payment system could have several potential impacts on the US dollar. Here are some key points that are essential to discuss.
The implementation of a BRICS currency or payment system could have several potential impacts on the United States dollar.
Reduced demand for USD. If BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, create an alternative payment system or currency that facilitates trade among themselves, it could lessen their reliance on the USD for international transactions. This might lead to decreased demand for the dollar in global trade. Assume that BRICS countries account for approximately 25% of global GDP and 20% of global trade. If they shift 10% of their trade away from the USD to a new payment system, that could equate to a reduction in USD transactions worth around $2 trillion, assuming $20 trillion in total trade. This might decrease USD liquidity, which could potentially lead to a depreciation of the dollar by 5 to 10% in the medium term, depending on market reactions. Currency diversification. Countries within BRICS may start to diversify their foreign exchange reserves away from the USD, potentially affecting its value. If significant economies adopt the new BRICS payment system, it could lead to a gradual devaluation of the dollar. If BRICS countries reduce their USD reserves from 60% of their total foreign reserves, estimated at $6 trillion to 40%, that would mean selling off about $1.2 trillion in USD assets. This could put downward pressure on the dollar, leading to a potential decline of 3 to 7% in value. Increased volatility. The introduction of a new currency or payment mechanism could lead to short-term volatility in currency markets as traders react to changes in trade flows and currency reserves. Currency volatility can be quantified using the VIX, or Volatility Index. If the introduction of a BRICS payment system increases volatility by 15%, it could lead to wider trading ranges for currencies, impacting investor confidence and leading to fluctuations in the USD value.
Geopolitical shifts, huh? A successful BRICS payment system could really signal a shift in geopolitical power, potentially leading to a new economic bloc that may challenge US economic dominance. This could result in further diversification away from the dollar in international trade and finance. Assume that if trade among BRICS countries increases by 30% due to a new payment system, this could lead to a shift in global economic power. The combined GDP growth from increased intra-BRICS trade could add an estimated $1 trillion to their economies, further strengthening their position and potentially leading to further reductions in USD reliance.
The impact on US interest rates, oh boy, it's a big deal. If the demand for USD decreases due to a shift in global trade practices, it could affect US interest rates. A weaker dollar may prompt the Federal Reserve to adjust its monetary policy to stabilize the economy. If the demand for USD decreases significantly, say by 10%, the Federal Reserve might respond by lowering interest rates. For example, a decrease from 3% to 2.5% in interest rates could stimulate domestic borrowing, but would also signal potential economic weakness. Now let's talk about the long-term effects. While the immediate impact might be limited, a sustained shift toward a BRICS payment system could lead to long-term changes in how global trade is conducted, potentially diminishing the dollar's status as the world's primary reserve currency. If the BRICS system captures 25% of their trade by 2030, this could lead to a scenario where the USD's share of global reserves drops from about 60% to 50%. This would translate to a shift of approximately $1.5 trillion in reserves, potentially resulting in a long-term decline in the dollar's value by 10 to 15% over several years.
Overall, while the implementation of a BRICS payment system could have significant implications for the USD, the actual impact would depend on the system's adoption, the response of other nations, and broader economic conditions. While these numbers are hypothetical and depend on various external factors, they illustrate the potential scale of impacts that the implementation of a BRICS payment system could have on the USD. The overall effects would likely unfold over several years, influenced by global economic dynamics, geopolitical relations, and the responses of other nations and markets.
Thank you for watching. We hope you found this exploration of the BRICS payment system informative and engaging. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the InfoGain Hub channel for more content, and share it with your friends and family. Your support helps us continue to bring you valuable insights.